Hi, I'm Dana. Welcome to episode 4 of the Burnout Diaries. We're going to start with tasting my tea. Oh yeah, that's fucking delightful. Like genuinely, oh, that's brought me some joy. Like it's just so light and I really like that. Oh. Okay. I was hoping to feel a little bit cozy for this video, hence not really hence the weighted blanket. I was like, a blanket'd be cute, and I have crippling anxiety, so a weighted one is ideal. So for anyone new, I've numbered these, so you can easily go back and watch them, but I'll explain anyway. I'm burnt out to fuck. I've been pushing off a burnout for the last 6 years, and I'm now in the safest and most stable position I'm gonna get into. And it's hit me, and I can't do shite, and I feel like shite, and everything is shite. And it's the kind of thing that I massively blank out once I'm on the other side, which is lovely for me, to a point, kind of, but it means that when other people talk about burnout, I'm just like, yeah, that's the thing that I did, and then I didn't, you know, it's just gone. And that weirds me out a little bit, that there's quite large chunks of my life that I'm just like, don't know, haven't got a clue, something happened there. So by doing this, that hopefully won't happen. And what we're focusing on in this one, I'm not trying to do it in a chronological, this is how burnout happens way either. This is just how things are going for me and how I'm feeling, and that will be influenced by who I am as a person and the things that happen in my individual life. So with every video, this is also just my experience. But I'm fucking tired. I'm sleeping 9 to 10 hours a night at the minute, which is insane for me. I've always been the kind of person that's I don't really need sleep all that much, to be honest with you. As a very young child, I would stay up way past my bedtime so I could read books with a torch. I feel like that's classic autism kid. And then throughout high school, I would stay up until 2 a.m. watching Supernatural and Sherlock and Doctor Who, and I'd stay up until 2, 3 a.m. and get up for school at 6, and that's how I existed for years on end. And I didn't feel great, but I don't feel like the way that I felt was particularly affected by how much I slept. And then my big burnout hit when I was 16, 17, and all of a sudden I was going to bed at 10, 11 p.m. and waking up at 10, 11 a.m. And I was also with a very abusive partner at the time, so I then started getting absolutely screamed at for not waking up early, for being so lazy, for being so pathetic, anything you can think of that goes with sleeping in late. I'm a slob, I'm disgusting, so on and so forth, you know. I was given absolute trauma over staying in bed past 8 a.m. But I was also in a massive burnout, so I couldn't do shit about it for 2 years. And then after that, I don't feel like I ever healed from that burnout, to be honest with you. These videos are also going to be quite rambly. These are my therapy sessions about burnout at this point, because I don't feel like I recovered from that burnout. Reflecting on it now, I was abused into masking the fact that I was in burnout for the next 9 years of my life, you know? So for the majority of that relationship, I was out of bed by 9 at the absolute very latest every single day, because I'd been getting screamed at otherwise. And I got to a point where no matter what time I went to bed, if I went to bed at 4 a.m, my ass still naturally woke up at 8. That was just the way that I fucking was. That was wired in me, no matter what time I went to bed. Just after I moved out, the housemate that I was living with invited me to a DJ set at a club, and we went out and had a big club night, as you do. You get the vibe. So we didn't go to bed until I want to say 6 a.m. It was, the sun was coming up, it was daytime again when we went to bed, and I still woke up at 8 a.m. and was there is no chance in hell that I'm going to be able to sleep. And I had to just hang out in this random person's house for 5 hours until everyone woke up. I could not sleep in past that time. My body would not allow me to. So it's been really fucking weird for me the last I feel like we're coming up on maybe 8 months of it now, where it's just so fucking hard to get myself out of bed, and I'm hitting the snooze button and I'm having lions. And I am trying to not feel guilty about sleeping in, and especially when it's it's not that regular that I'm sleeping in late, you know. And even then, I think twice I've woken up past 12 p.m. in the last like 8 months. So I'm not doing badly with it. Like, it's still not a bad thing. It's just weird to me. I'm used to literally having more hours in my day than I get at the minute, because I'm tired. I'm going to bed earlier than usual most nights. But then I'm also just sleeping through alarms and hitting the snooze button in my sleep. Like, that's the thing as well that I've seen other people talk about for the first time ever recently, is that, like, I'm not me when I'm asleep. Like, Winter had to, like, really find that out in America, because there were times that they were, like, trying to wake me up or trying to, talk to me in the night or whatever else. Like, just the things that happen when you're together 24/7 for a month. And they'd be like, you said this to me last night and it really hurt my feelings. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry that I said that. That's a really shitty thing of me to say. I'm so sorry that I've hurt your feelings. I literally don't remember this thing. Like, I'm not trying to invalidate or say, like, I don't have to apologise because I don't remember. But literally, like, I had it all throughout my childhood when my parents tried to wake me up for school. I had it within the abusive relationship, which only made things worse. Like, I will literally full on tell people, like, fuck off, I'm not getting up, just go away. Like, I will have conversations with people where I'm being a bitch. And I'm not conscious, I'm not aware of it. When I actually wake up in, like, 2 hours, I'm not going to remember it. Like, I literally, if people didn't tell me that it happened, I would have no idea. God, this tea is so good. I'm not sponsored, but I've been buying loads of loose leaf tea from the Tea Crew on Etsy. I fucking love it. They send little sample packs that you get like 3 cups out of with every order, which is what this one is at the minute. And also just like every tea that I've tried from them, even when it's ones that I didn't expect to like, I've been really liking it. And it's such a low energy, low effort, low spoons, barely doing anything to get just a little bit of joy and a little bit of something cozy, a little bit of something nice. And like, that's one of the big things. I absolutely veer off of the conversation topic, but I do feel like I've said everything I'm going to about like my sleeping pattern. I have been trying really hard to find like little bits of joy, because the trip to Halifax well and truly taught me that doing big things takes more preparation and takes a hell of a lot more recovery time for me at the minute. We are a week and a day past the Halifax trip now. It was last Monday and today is Tuesday of the next week, and I'm just about feeling like I'm starting to be recovered. I have had like 4 baths with all sorts of like fucking bath salts and lush stuff and all sorts in it. I've been a soup for many hours this week. And I also, like, the big thing that comes with burnout for me is that I can barely tell you what I've done this week. Like, post Halifax trip, after getting home from Halifax, I don't know what I've done. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, being the type of autistic person I am, I can tell you that I've done my morning chores every morning, because that's what I do every morning. I can tell you I've probably been for some walks in the park. I managed to do a little shop yesterday, but like, I don't know what I've been doing. And it's like, I've watched one season of Julia this week. Those episodes are an hour long, and there's only 8 of them in the first season. That's 8 hours. There's a hell of a lot of other hours in the week, but I literally I don't know. I assume like doom scrolling fucking Tumblr, or am I 14 again? Doom scrolling TikTok or staring into space, honestly. I've had a bunch of moments where I've sat down to like do a work thing on my laptop, to do this, to do that. And an hour later I'm like, oh, I haven't started yet. And like, I haven't even been procrastinating. Like, I've just been sitting there like not existing. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I've just been shutting down, essentially. But it's not like the autistic shutdowns that I'm used to, you know? It's like my brain's just turned off. Like, the fucking DVD bar is just... I don't know what I've been doing. And I laugh about it. But I also often laugh about things that make me uncomfortable, because I do not know what other reaction I'm supposed to have. Like, I've gotten some comments on videos being like, well, you're clearly not taking this very seriously. And it's like, it's literally just that I'm autistic and I wasn't allowed to have negative emotions as a child. So I don't know what else to do. I have no idea what other reaction I'm meant to do. I don't know how to just be neutral, because that was also negative. Like, if I'm not smiling or laughing, I feel like I'm going to get told off. So I mean, like, I do also know that I imported the footage from Halifax from my phone to my laptop because I had intentions of editing that to post it today, which isn't happening. And I also need to film an extra bit because I actually bought stuff while I was in Halifax this time. I want to show it off because it's fun, little Halifax haul. But like, I've barely pulled my shit together to film this, and I'm filming it with a cuppa and a weighted blanket in my pyjamas, you know? It genuinely just feels like I have 30% of the brain function I usually have. And things are already usually like, you know, like having a bath so that my body feels better is so much fucking effort. I know I talked about this at some other point, like I don't know if it was here or on TikTok or where, but having a bath is so much fucking effort. All of the steps, you've got to put the plug in, make sure the little back bit's covered. I always clean the bath beforehand as well, like scrub at it, because I'm so like, it icks me. I don't like having to share a bath with other people. Like, it does not matter who it is, I'm going to clean the bath before I use it. And honestly, if I lived alone, I think I'd still do the same. So I've got to clean the bath, which is already multiple steps of like, get the right thing from the cupboard, spray it down, wipe it down, rinse it out, give it a sniff to make sure there's no smell, rinse it out again because there's still a smell. Then you get around to putting in the plug hole and putting the little thing so that it blocks the top so that I can actually fill up the bath, turning it on, constantly coming back and checking if it's the right temperature, which it isn't, and then trying to like mix the water temperatures, and then getting all the shit that I'm putting into the bath and making sure that's all dissolved properly, and getting the right lighting so that I'm not like sensory overwhelmed while I'm also in the fucking water. And it's like, that's not even when my bath's done, you know? Like, there's so many fucking steps to it. It takes me so much fucking effort and energy to just have a bath so that my body might feel a little bit better. Just every element of life has so many steps to it that I already have to think about, which other people apparently fucking don't. And I don't feel like I have the same level of brain power that I have to even like process the steps to actually do things at the minute, and it's really, you know? And it's weird how it hits as well. And this ties into skill regression, I suppose. Because, like, I'm still baking. I'm still, like, making myself, like, good food. I'm nutritionally sound, probably, at the minute. And I'm shocked by that. Like, I've never been eating as well as I am lately. And, like, I am about to run out of fucking fresh vegetables. So we'll see how that goes. Because I'm not going in a fucking supermarket. But, like, I'm eating really well. I don't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, I'm still managing to like bake and cook, and like I am slipping up a lot more and cutting and burning myself a lot more while I'm chopping stuff and cooking. Like, it is definitely more energy to do that, but I somehow managed to fucking find it and get through it. And then the other day when I wanted to go for a walk in the park, I had to re-tie my shoelace like 6 or 7 times. Like, it took me honestly probably like a solid 15 minutes to tie my shoelace on one shoe, because I'd tied one. And tying the other, I would just get halfway through tying the shoelace and I couldn't remember what I was meant to do with it next. Like, I know it's like muscle memory, and like, that's the thing, is it's fucking not. I do have to think about tying my shoelaces every time I tie them. I couldn't tie shoelaces until I was like 10 or 11. Like, it was a big thing for me as a kid. I had to wear fucking Velcro shoes for ages and I got really bullied for it, and I had like so many adults sit me down to show me how to do it, and I'd just end up with fucking knots. And even now I quite often end up with knots when I'm trying to take them off. But like the other day specifically, I kept having to start over and try to let muscle memory take over and try to think about it and try all these different methods to tie my own fucking shoelace when I just tied the other one. My phone's run out of storage. I'm so sorry, we're taking it back. We're doing a fucking webcam video like it's like 2011, but I also can't bring myself to look at myself on the screen. I feel like I'd said what I was gonna say, to be fair. I don't have anything else in me. I'm gonna have to look at yours, but I also don't want to look at me. Very quickly at the end here, I feel like I've talked a good bit about how, I don't know how to phrase this. I've been really struggling with figuring out how to phrase things as well, and like how to make my thoughts be words. I feel like my perception of past burnouts has been that they haven't been that like emotionally impactful, and I feel like a lot of my like depression symptoms when I was misdiagnosed stemmed from like the lack of motivation and the lack of finding joy in things. And also just some of my autistic traits. Like they'd be like, well, what do you spend your days doing? And I'd be like, I watch movies and TV shows. And they'd be like, oh, and I'd be like, no, that's what I fucking love doing and what I've always wanted to do, you know? And it's I don't know if it is different this time or if it's just one of the parts that I like really fucking blocked out and didn't want to acknowledge or think about or remember. But it's not all the time. Like I'm not like living in a pit of despair, but I'm having moments where like, and not moments, like maybe like 3-4 hours at a time where just not a single thing brings me any fucking sort of joy or happiness or like positivity of any sort. Like I just want to cry and everything in the world feels like it's the worst thing ever, and nothing is good. Like everything is the worst. Everything makes me sad. All I can think about is like the horrible sad things that I have, like, you know, like my life regrets. Like my brain starts going to like, you weren't with either of your parents when they died. Like it gets dark, you know? And I feel like I regret everything that I've ever done in my life and every way that I've ever like interacted with a human being. And like I am socially inept in every single way and I'm never going to connect with another human being again. And like I absolutely fucking spiral. And then like 3 hours later I am fine again. I'm fine, you know? Like, I want to watch my TV shows. I'm hyperfixated on doing my little art projects. I want to talk to people on Discord. I'm completely normal and fine again after a couple of hours. And it's not happening, like, super... It's happening, like, twice a week. Like, it is kind of happening often. And I think that's also... Like, for me, it's absolutely a sign of the current burnout that I'm in. Because I definitely feel like this happened in my first burnout. And that's what led to them trying to diagnose me with bipolar disorder. I didn't fit like 99% of the other symptoms. Oh, this is starting to get kind of lengthy now, but it makes me laugh a little bit because so many doctors have tried to like pin a diagnosis on me because they're like, but you do this. And it's like, yeah, but even like just a quick Google search shows that I don't fit any of the other symptoms that are needed to have that thing. Like the only thing I've ever read the symptom list for and been like, oh my God, it's me, is autism. So yeah, I'm gonna round that off here because I don't know what the audio situation's gonna be like or anything. I'm praying. I'm hoping for the best. I've been saying I'm praying a lot lately, and like, I'm not. I really don't believe in like a higher being. I sort of believe in like the concept of the universe, but I also think that life's just life and things are gonna happen how they happen. Anyway. If you like this type of content, I talk about autism. I try to show like happy moments. I try to show like look, yeah, if we're gonna be really, really, really fucking honest, I've been trying to be a YouTuber since I was like 12 years old. And this gave me a niche. That's the reality of it. I didn't mean it when it started, but like that's where we've ended up. So like if you like this type of niche, if you're into this type of content, please do like and subscribe. It would be really cool. You're fulfilling my childhood dreams. And to be fair, we do have an actual community going now. So like and subscribe. There's a Discord. And the easiest way to access the Discord is to join my Patreon. The link is on there and you will get it when you join. I believe it'll be there somewhere. You can also message me much easier on Patreon, and I am going to get back to the people that have messaged me there as well. I take forever to fucking get back to things at the minute. I'm sorry. I'm taking forever to get back to the closest people to me in my life, never mind strangers on the internet. But I'm doing my best. I keep seeing TikToks of people setting up Discords for people to pay to be a part of, to have like autism support. And I'm sorry, but that's what the Discord is. Like that's what I don't like calling it my Discord, but it technically is my Discord, I suppose. And that's what it is. We're just like, it's a really lovely little group of people that are all just really supportive and nice to each other, and I'm really, really enjoying having it. It's an absolute like golden lining to everything at the minute. I love it there. And I think that a lot of you guys would too, so if you want to join, the Patreon's the easiest way, but you can also literally just message me. It's over 18 only. I'm sorry, I don't want any kids there. I don't know why this is so rambly. I feel like I either have to just say the thought as it comes, or I'm not going to figure out a way to phrase it, and then that's when I start just not being able to get words out. So this is massively just a stream of consciousness at this point. But yeah, you can find me on Patreon, you can find me over on Ko-fi, you can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, or Blue Sky. Do what you want, whoever you are, wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.